a lot of people just want to hate for the sake of hating. And people love being outraged by something. You're not consuming this piece of media the way I think that you should. You're not doing the thing that I think you should be doing it too. You're not playing games in the way I think you should be playing them. You're not having the beliefs and views that I think you should be having. Therefore, I'm gonna deem you a problem. And we see this for so many things online. So it doesn't matter. This isn't about politics or anything. You could be left-leaning, right-leaning. It happens on all sides. Like, for example, I mentioned this earlier. There used to be this, we'd say like the very woke crowd that like to indulge in cancel culture. Oh, you can't say certain words or things or be offensive to people because being offensive like hurts my feelings. Hi, Rima. Like, you're not allowed to be offensive because like being offensive hurts my feelings or opinion. And there was a time when a lot of people spoke up against that. Yeah, the constant purity testing. And it got annoying. And it birthed this era of cancel culture. It birthed this era of cancel culture and people speaking up against this unrealistic standards, because we are all human. We're all human, and at the end of the day, we are not perfect individuals. We cannot be purely virtuous all the time. We have beliefs that maybe aren't the best or that might be controversial. We are not perfect human beings. We cannot be the most virtuous. We cannot always have the best morals and do the most good deeds all the time and live that life that's so full. We can try if we want to, but none of us can. And so putting people to this weird purity testing and setting unrealistic standards that you must abide by or you're a horrible person and you should be shunned, and the whole cancel culture, it was justified for people to rise up against that. It was absolutely justified. But now I think the tables are like, have turned to the other side. Well, like, people spoke up against that that whole like cancel culture like business. And now we're seeing people that are doing the exact same thing. We're seeing people partaking in the exact same cancel culture that they said that they hated, but they don't realize they're doing it. Oh, you have this belief that doesn't align with my values. You should be like shunned and canceled. And this is such a dog shit take. It's the same thing. And then I realized cancel culture will always exist from any side of any spectrum, because it just comes down to a group of people that are very, very outspoken about their beliefs, believing that there is the just way of doing things, and placing it on other people and purity testing those beliefs against everybody else. Right? Like, I can show you an example. Stop sweeping for Iron Mouse or you'll be cancelled right with her. The VTuber community is tired of her. And then you go to his profile. Now you're laughing at people? You deserve to be cancelled even more. Learn to shut the fuck up. You support the thing that you advocated against. You're supporting and advocating for literal cancel culture. Isn't that something that like that crowd wanted to fight against? And that's when the realization hits of like it never ends. It never ends. And it will always exist. And people just want to be filled with outrage and hate towards things. And I just don't have the energy. I really, really don't have the energy. Because I just find it so... I was thinking about this last night. I find it so incredibly crazy to me that people having personal beliefs, morals, or ethics, it's almost looked down upon. You're not allowed to have personal beliefs or ethics, because if you do, you will be held to such a higher standard. And if you are not perfect in your beliefs and your ethics and follow them to an absolute T, to the most insane degree, you're just going to be labeled a performative virtue signaler. You are not allowed to be someone that tries to do good things and have values unless you are perfect with them and do everything. It blows my mind. And it's like, You get less hate by not having beliefs or values. This is the thing. You literally get less hate for not having... You get less hate if you just accept everything that comes towards you, right? Having beliefs or values or like ethics, unless you're a perfect example of someone that follows them, you're now evil. That's what it feels like when you go on Twitter. I'm pretty sure that's not what the standard is, but that's what it feels like when you open an app like Twitter, where everyone just wants a reason to dunk on someone else. Yeah, the obsession with perfectionism. It's like, I really feel it's going to make people less likely to want to stand up for what they believe in, because unless they follow it perfectly, they're just going to get ridiculed. Like, not all of us are perfect. We can have certain views or morals, and sometimes we are hypocrites. We're human. It's really hard to be perfect. But God, I find it so sad that when someone has beliefs and they try and they're not like, they don't meet them, we should be angry at them for trying. It blows my mind. At least that person is trying. That person has a standard they've set themselves that they try to live up to. Doesn't always work out, but they try. And I respect that. That person's sticking to their guns more than I do for a lot of things. And all of these people like yapping, sending all this like hate, saying people are virtuous or performative. I genuinely wonder, what are their own personal beliefs that they try and live by that isn't just, I'm just going to consume whatever's put in front of me or accept things as they are? I would love to know, you know? Like, again, oh, she gave away a lot of her money from her tour, but she says he hates capitalism, but she's releasing products. Oh, she's a vegan and is against animal cruelty, but she used a product that was tested on animals. So she's a hypocrite and a bad person, and she's very performative. It's like, it's not black and white. Things aren't black and white, and it's not as simple as that. Trying isn't good enough. It has to be perfect first try, otherwise you're the worst person in the world. That's what it feels like when you go on places like Twitter. Because I refuse to believe people want to be this hateful. I do. I don't have a place in my heart for it like that. I really don't. I really like to try and see the best in people, but that's not a good thing. It's like we've gone from like, oh, we can never see the best in people. We have to see the worst in people. And the algorithm on Twitter pushes you to be hateful and outraged. It wants you to have your adrenaline going the whole time. It wants you to be angry at things. Look at this new problem. Be angry at this thing. Be angry right now and tell everybody how angry you are, because being angry, you're more likely to rally people to a cause. Being happy about something, we want that to be our natural state, so you're less likely to engage with something if you feel content or happy. But being angry and outraged, that rallies you. That's almost like a call to action. You're more likely to take action when you are upset. For example, I've made this comparison before, right? If you order, okay, you order food, let's say, right? Like you're with friends, you order food, it arrives, it's perfect, right? It's cooked right, it tastes good, you have a good time, and you move on with your day. You get your food and it arrives and it's like cold, you might leave a 1-star review. Anger is a motivator, and being outraged at something is more likely to lead you to make action. In anything, think about politics or governments. Being outraged leads to change, leads to people wanting to do a revolution, so to speak, right? In every instance. Being content and happy doesn't result in action a lot of the time. So I understand why this, like, I call Twitter outrage porn. It really is. You open the app and it's like 5 million people being outraged and upset over this one thing and everyone rallying behind it because that's what it is. You get your fill of outrage adrenaline porn from Twitter. And I think it's frying people's brains. I truly do. And it's so mentally exhausting. I think we can all agree, no matter what side of anything you lean on, it's so mentally exhausting. And I just want to try and see the best in things. And I really want to try and see the good in the most that I can. Sadly, I think what happens on Twitter is now actually becoming like reality. Because you can see what people say in general online spaces is how it gets to be mirrored in a lot of real life things at the moment. And that's really the worry. Twitter is not just like this niche platform anymore that houses niche opinions. I think it actually vocalizes a lot of like common sentiment. And that's why I pay attention to it, honestly. From 2 brain cells to 1, we're cooked. I'm just kind of like disappointed, I guess. But I'm always just going to try and be someone that tries to be reasonable, and I'm not just going to hate to needlessly hate. I'm sorry. I just can't imagine being so hateful about everything, every little thing, every single day. It's wow. Wow.